let you think a lot about your problems. Instead, think of Him. Put Him first. Isn't that awesome? Put Him first. Huh?
No, Jesus.
Well, He's alive.
No, He doesn't.
He's around.
Oh, that's what my minister
We have to.
More than ever, He's around.
Yeah, more than ever now. Really, that's the truth. And then I wanted to bring this to you. I never had no scriptures with it, but I thought this was interesting. I read it the other day. You know the story of Joseph and his brothers?
Yeah.
Remember how they sold Joseph? And do you believe that Joseph was in the circle with God? Do you think that God had a circle around him? Yes. I believe Joseph was in God's circle. Okay. And when they saw him again, remember when they went and he said, I am your brother and you are my brother, and I forgive you. He had to forgive them for what they did. Boy, that was a big deal too. What happened? They were hungry, didn't they? They had to go to him for food. And they went, but he didn't hold nothing against them. I mean, I think he was in prison 12 years. He was persecuted in prison. And then he got it. Joseph had a lot of persecutions he had to go through. But God made him strong. But what I want to say is when they came back to Joseph, and Joseph forgave them, I honestly believe that they came in that circle with Joseph. Under God's circle. You know, we're like under an umbrella with God. And if we walked out from under that umbrella, we're on our own territory. We're on our own. It's not a good place. Every time Satan tries to get this to us, he runs into a wall of love. He's always trying to get to us. But God puts up a wall of love. And the next time he tries to get to us, God puts up another wall of peace. Every child of God is in his circle. It's under his umbrella. Just look at Job, how he was when he come out. More than he had, better than he was. He never come out from under God's circle, though. His wife said, curse God and die. Well, he didn't do it. But if we stay under this umbrella of God, well, we will. We walk by faith. We walk by the Word. We're not too apt to get us out from under that umbrella. But how many times have things happened to us and people blame Satan or they blame God? And it wasn't God, it wasn't Satan, it was us. You know that I've done things without going to prayer first. And I got myself in a mess. And then I have to say, God, forgive me. Take my mess, will you? And help me with it. And he does. We ask him to forgive us, and we mean it from our heart, he will help us out of our mess. But I have gotten in messes because I did not go and seek him first. Pray for things. Like one time I was sure I was supposed to move to North Carolina. I put a for sale sign in the window. I think I rented a place up there, everything. I was going to stay. It wasn't what I wanted. I decided I better come back to Brazen. But you know what, God? I have said, God help me. I made a mistake. And I thought I heard you right, but I didn't. But God forgive me. Help me get this straightened out. I come home and my house never sold.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? So I have done things without praying first. And I bet we all have. And we paid for it. And sometimes we paid big prices, sometimes it ain't so bad.
And there are consequences.
Our consequences,
in every action and decision making we made.
And if this place would have been sold, I'd have been stuck in North Carolina, where I didn't really want to be when I found out I got there. I didn't really want to be there.
Oh, yes.
So, and God requires us to be humble. That don't mean we lay down and let people walk on us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Excuse me.
It doesn't mean we lay down and let people walk on us. It doesn't mean we let people take advantage of us. Keep talking about it. That means we go humble before God. Don't never think you can do anything without God. That's being humble. And we need to, being humble is good. You have to look to God. He requires us to be humble. He said, and another thing I think that I've been thinking about and reading about a lot lately is I've been watching about the kids in the world. I mean, they don't have, kids go in every direction now. They have no respect for nothing. They don't respect their parents. They don't respect nothing. Well, you know, if they would have been brought up to respect God and put God first, they wouldn't be doing the things they're doing out there.
You can't always blame the children.
No, it's the parents. The parents should have brought them up in the admiration. Let them know that God's up there. And God is in control. But parents are lacking in this. So Wendy said Thursday night, which I think has been very important, is to pray for our schools. Kids in the schools. How many times have I heard on TV just since school started, kids taking guns to school? That's terrible. You can't even take... Can you imagine your little, Cindy's little granddaughter being in kindergarten, going to school, and somebody's there? It's terrible. You don't know what to do.
I know. I think of my great-grandchild. What's going to happen when she goes?
Yeah, it's terrible. So we have to pray protection over them. Every morning I pray over all the grandkids and the great-grandchildren, protection over them. And I ask God to bless them. Do you know, as an older person like we are, Cindy's a grandma, and Betty's going to be a grandma one day. But anyway, and Natalie, she's a niece, you know. And you know what? It's our job. God says it's our job for the older women to teach the younger ones. Teach them the ways of God. Teach them. Bring your children up to pray. Bring your children up to know who God is and what God's all about.
There is another side to that, too, though. You can have 6 kids, like you had. Some have more than that. You got 5 that are great. One didn't make it. Why? They was brought up just the same as the others. But something happened along the way.
That's because like Mike. Mike took extra prayer. Had to stay in prayer all the time for him. But he was something else. But there's one that always has to have more prayer than the other. Donnie was gone for I don't know how many years, maybe 5, 6 years. 9. Didn't know where he was, had no idea whether he was dead or alive. But I had his picture on my dresser. And I prayed over that picture every morning. I said, God, keep him safe. Please don't let him turn into a reprobate mind. You know what a reprobate mind is? Somebody that totally turns against Jesus and the Holy Spirit. I said, God, please don't let him do that. One day, he just showed up.